All right, Elliot, this is Coach Kata. Day 2, we're looking at your backstroke. I'm going to let it run all the way through. We can watch it together and I'll let you know what I think. All right. Good job. The first thing I would say as I look at this is I'm going to compliment you on your head position. Ideally, you would keep your head up and you would rotate around, and you do a nice job. You can see you're looking up. Your head doesn't sway side to side as you take strokes. That's great. It does seem that you're entering a little wide of your body. So you're entering at, if this was like a clock, you're entering at like 2 and 10. And I think as a result, you're going to get a shallow pull. We'll get a better idea of that when we look underwater. Okay. Yeah, so let's look underwater and see what we see. I have a feeling that what we're going to see is that you're going to be pulling a little bit shallow and that you're going to need to work on rotating a little bit. You know, pretty good rotation, actually. I take it back. All right. So I'm going to pause you right here so that we can take a moment to look at your body position. You can see that your head's right up at the surface. Your hips are a little bit low and your feet are even lower. As a result, Elliot, what's happening is you're swimming uphill, and that means that you're going into a gust of water that's actually pushing against you. So that just makes it a little bit harder for you. What I'd like you to practice doing is putting your head back a little bit farther and sinking your chest. And hopefully what that will do is raise your hips up. There also might be ways to improve that just with your arms, and we'll look at that in a second. I'll let you know. Yeah. Okay. So you've begun to work on the rotation in your stroke. It's a little bit hard because you do tend to sit low in the water. As you get comfortable and your hips rise up, the rotation's going to be easier. A good drill to work on that is to keep your hands at your side, your head looking up at the ceiling, and try to just raise your left shoulder up to your chin and then drop it back in the water as you raise your right shoulder up into the chin. So you're going to be nice and still through the water, rotating right around, bringing shoulder up to chin. The more you do that, the more comfortable you're going to get, and the faster your backstroke will get in no time. Okay. The only other thing I really want to talk to you about is your pull underwater. You have a great catch in your freestyle, and now is the time to begin working on it in your backstroke. You are ready. So what you're going to see here is, as you begin your pull, your arm is very, very straight. It's also a little bit shallow, and that's because you're not quite used to rotating side to side in your backstroke yet. So, as you work on your rotation, what you'll be able to do is as you enter, rather than keeping your arm straight, you can bend your elbow a little bit. That'll create a big pocket of water, and then you can flick that huge pocket of water down by your feet, and that'll propel you forward. Okay. The only other thing I would say is to begin practicing your timing a little bit. Okay, so you can see you pull and your other arm doesn't enter the water until you're almost ready to move your arm out. What happens is as a result, you have a lot of weight below your head and not much weight above your head. And that might be another reason, besides your head position, which actually isn't horrible, that might be the big reason why your hips are dropping so much. Okay? So what I want you to practice doing is, as you enter your hand, leave your hand out here above your head until your other hand is straight up in the air, maybe even close to being ready to drop in. And then when you pull this arm, you're going to immediately enter your other arm. What that's going to do is that's going to mean that you're going to have constant arms and constant weight in front of your head, which will just balance out your body and bring your hips up. And that's going to be a huge fix to your stroke. I'm just going to let it run and just show you have an awesome aggressive kick all the way through. That's great. Okay, so overall, Elliot, a couple easy fixes that's going to make backstroke way more comfortable for you, and as a result, you're going to get fast, super, super fast. Good job, and look forward to working with you this afternoon.